Hey everybody. Good morning. CJ Van Slightman, Steel City Houses, 26-year investor, real estate investor, professional real estate investor, entrepreneur, contractor, play Xbox with the tenants kind of guy. Today, we are in the lovely little city of Somerset, PA. And my team and I are working on a full house rehab in Boswell, PA. It's about 15 minutes away from here. And I wanted to give all of you out there an idea what the prices are of items at Lowe's. I'll tell you right now, Home Depot is a lot more expensive than Lowe's. So I decided I'm going to go walk through Lowe's and we're going to take a look at some of the prices of things there. A lot of contractors out there are underbidding their jobs because they're not understanding what the prices are. If you're one of those folks that are trying to get a job and you're desperate and you're putting in the lowest bid, you might want to think twice after watching this. And homeowners, you might want to think twice about yelling at your contractor about the prices that they're offering you, because some of the stuff in here is ridiculous. We're going to go take a walk inside. Well, one of the first things that just caught my attention here is that ladders are $300. 22-foot extendable ladder. I guess that's okay. It's a little giant. I have a couple of those. They are great. But you're talking $200 for a ladder. You know, and you as a homeowner want somebody to jump up on your roof and fix a shingle for $25. Keep in mind, they have a $300 ladder. They have to haul $359, $419 for a 24-foot. I have about 5 of those on my job sites when we're doing roofs. $479. That's $500 for a ladder, folks. Come on. $2 for a cinder block. These things used to be like 65 cents. Now they're $2 per block, and they're hollow. If you live up north, that's what you're paying for a bag of your 50-pound cold weather concrete. $15. That's insane. If you're just looking at regular asphalt shingles, looking at $47 per bundle. $46.98, and that's not even dimensionals. You know, cheap ones here, I guess you could call them cheap, used to be like $26. Want a new roof? Need to fix your roof? You're looking at $100 just for the fibered aluminum roof coating. It used to be like $60 before the pandemic. Bats of insulation, all-time high, $102. $80 for the R30 faced. The R21, which I'm gonna have to put in my attic of my new house, $95 a bat. Unreal. 4x8 sheet of sheetrock, just regular 1/2 inch, $14.28. Used to get it for like 7 or 8 before the pandemic. Now, in this project we're working on right now, it had to be all green boarded, but it's called, I guess, purple board or blue board now they call it. It's $20 a sheet. Now, the reason why you want this in your bathrooms and your kitchens is because it's mold resistant and it's mildew and moisture resistant. So this is something you always want to consider. Don't be a cheapskate and go with the regular whiteboard if you're doing a bathroom or a kitchen. Spend the extra money. This one's a killer. A bucket of green top mud, $25. $25. Even purple top is $24. Blue top is $24 even. Look at the mix mud. Look at the prices. Folks, this is something you can't escape. Contractor or homeowner, $25. $25. When we asked the client what kind of door do you want on this project, they said, let's go with the best. So when they saw the price of the best, a door like this can be a couple $1,000s even, but you're looking like $1,000 range for doors like this. If you just want the cheap fire rated metal doors, look at the prices of these things. They're $400. This one's got the window, $429. These things used to be under 200 bucks before pandemic. The price is $449, and with the yellow sticker, like that's, you know, that's a new lower price. That's insane. 500 bucks for a basic front door. Here you go. Now we're getting into the 900 range, 900, 600. And these are just moon doors or half moon doors mostly. They're nothing special. They're not special order. Want to finish off that oak kitchen in some nice trim? Well, this is what you're looking at, folks. That's for one piece of trim. And that looks like that's what, an 8-footer? So you're paying like $3 a foot for this. Contractors, you know, when your guys are on the job and they're new and they have no idea what the hell they're doing, and they take your registers and they're like, oh, we'll just get new ones, just throw them away. Okay, well, here you go. Your guys just cost you 21 there, 13 there, 19 there, 15 there for the bathroom, another 19 there for the living room. Need a bigger one, so you know you need a corner register. They threw that one away. That's 17 bucks. So who's paying for that? You or the client? How you gonna explain that? 6-panel wood doors. If you're grabbing these, you're looking at, look at this one, 324. Yeah, $324 for 6-panel oak doors. Yeah, they're nice, but you know, if you have 7 doors in your house, homeowners, you're talking with installation like $4 or $5 grand just to put doors in now. So don't freak out when your contractor says, yeah, it's like $700 a door, because it is. Now this is where things get super wild. 60 bucks for a 3-pack receptacle pack. They're the USBs, that's great, but 20 bucks per. No, you used to get them for like 12. Look at some of the prices, these outlets. $25, $23. Contractors, don't sleep on this, you know. But what I do is I always get the cheap paddle packs right here, the contractor packs. You see getting them for like, you know, $1 a piece, $2 a piece instead of 20 or 30. There's a good deal, 77 cents for an old round plug. You can spend $13 on a switch. That's premium. That's why you're getting the premium. Even outlet covers. Outlet covers $9 for a 10-pack, so $1 a piece. It's not killer, but I mean, it's still quite expensive in my opinion. Now there's a reason why they keep everything locked up here. $43 for a 15-foot roll of 12-2. So homeowners, you'd only need a 15-foot roll if you're like putting in a new light and you're jumping it off an outlet, or you're jumping it off of a light switch. That's basically useless, 15 feet. If anything, when we buy in at least the hundreds, and mostly the 250 roll. So if you're looking at 10-2, it's 319. If you're looking at 8-2, it's 124 for a 50-foot roll. But some of them are just completely out of bounds, like the outside wire. The outside lines are, here's a 250 roll of 12-2. You might need 2 of these if you're rewiring. You probably need 2 of them if you're rewiring a house. If you're doing just the bedrooms, you know, 78 bucks for 14-2. We just skip out on 14-2 completely now, and we just run everything in 12-2. There's really no point, because it's only a few bucks difference in the wire, and we just feel more confident always using the 12-2 rather than the 14-2, because you can run the 14-2 only to the bedrooms. You got to run the 12-2 to the kitchens and bathrooms, so you might as well just keep running everything the same way for the extra couple of bucks. Outside line, let's see what some of the outside line is costing. Well, that's 10-3, so if you need a 3-way switch in your property, you're looking at $259 just for just for you to be able to have a switch at the bottom of the stairs and the top of the stairs. Just the conduit is $100. Just the conduit. And some of this outside line can go $400 or $500 if you're doing a 50-foot roll of it. It's totally out of bounds. Homeowners, keep in mind, when your contractor says, hey, I need new boxes, I need new gang boxes, you know, you're looking at some of them $7. And geez, if you got a lot of junctions in your house, or if you're changing all of your outlets and your switches, you could be talking a couple $100 just in boxes. Something you should always include in your bid, contractors, is you need a couple of these. You need one in the kitchen, you need one in a common area. So, you know, throw in an extra 50, or, you know, I usually buy the big ones, so like an extra 100, and I'll get a couple of these, the first alerts, and they work great. And keep in mind, you need your smoke detectors, right? And you need your carbon monoxide. So that's what you're going to pay typically for a decent one, about $40. Now, we all need a toilet in our house, and unless you're going with something like Toto, that's $800, $1,000, or Kohler, $1,000 toilet, this is what you can kind of expect to pay. This is kind of the quality you'll get. Sinks. That's about what you're going to pay average now for a sink. For a white one, even for a metal one, a double bowl metal one, you're looking in the $300-$400 range now. There are no longer contractors. There are no longer $99 sinks like they used to be in the old days. Some of these are real nice too, but you can see the price around between $300 and $400. And then you got your faucet. Now, I know we just bought one of these for our restaurant, and I think my wife paid around $400 for it. Garbage disposal, anyone? Yeah, you want to mash up your stuff in the sink? Expect to pay this, right around this, between $250 and around $250, I'd say. You can get away with it, or you could be a cheapskate and buy one that's going to break in a couple of weeks, and you know, or a contractor, you can fake it and tell them it's a good one, but it's not. So if you're on a budget and you're looking for some nice flooring, I mean, $130 will do ya. This is peel and stick stuff. Peel and stick vinyl. I don't use it, but I mean, I'm sure somebody out there would, because they have quite a bit of it here. You're looking like $130, $140 a foot, $119. It's not bad. It's not bad. But that's if you know, you want to just do something quick, like a rental. But if it's going in your house, you know, you're kind of probably going to want to go a little bit step up, and you're looking at least $3. If you're under $3 for your flooring, you're probably going to have to reconsider, because it's probably going to be a lower mill. You want something like at least above 6. I would recommend 12. Like, we put 12 in our restaurant, and I put 6 mostly in rentals, but in higher end, always 12. It's $359 right there. That's decent. $399, $399. Okay, so we're in the $4 range, and this is the Pergo. So if you've got 1,000 square feet, do your math. Now, these are a nice choice, and this is actually what we're going with in another project that we are doing in Latrobe, PA. I believe it's this one right here. And yeah, it's pricey. It is pricey, but it's worth it because it looks amazing. But you can get as low as $299, and it's lifetime warranty, and it's guaranteed, like waterproof and stuff like that. And this is the guy that you want right here. You want the 12 mm. That's the best you can get, probably from a box store like this, unless you go to Lumber Liquidators or one of those guys. $259, all comparable right now. But when you get into hardwoods, boom, baby, check that out. $619, $789. That's a foot. Excuse me. Beautiful flooring. but you're gonna pay for it. $529, $449. You could skimp and go $259. Oh, folks, contractors. This one will get you every time because we all kind of forget about it from time to time. But you've got to transition from one part of the floor to the other. Guys and girls, $40 for one transition strip. So let's say you have 5 transitions in the whole house. You didn't put in the bid. That's $200 coming out of your pocket, folks. Watch your bids. Need a hot water tank? I just did. I didn't pay this. Unfortunately, for some of you, you don't have a home warranty, which I always recommend getting. But my home warranty did mine for $100, and they did a 50-gallon for me. But here's the prices you're looking at. So if you need an electric, mine was an electric. You need a 50-gallon electric, $1,000, and then another $500-600 to put it in. So you're looking at like close to $2,000 to put in a tank. If you just need a 40-gallon electric, you're looking at $509, and for a shorty, 30-gallon, $549. Countertops have gone absolutely crazy in price over the past couple years. A 10-footer now is $219, and we're doing a kitchen where we needed 3 10-footers. That was a real tough one to swallow. It was like $700 with tax. Just single base 15-inch cabinets in stock, couple $100 per. So if you're doing 10 cabinets, uppers and lowers, expect to spend a minimum of $2,500 just on the materials. And that's without kick plates, that's without screws, that's without countertops. That's just your cabinets, unfinished. $18-inch base cabinets, $189. 15-inch, well, $199. And then there's the ones with the drawer, and those are $300 for an 18-inch. 24-inch. Here's your prices, folks. See it for yourself. Read them and weep. And here's all your lowers and your kick plates and things like that that have to go in, which nobody really considers as a homeowner. They're like, oh, I got to spend another $70 3-4 times over so I can make it look good at the bottom of my cabinets. Well, yeah, and you need filler plates. There's a lot that goes into a kitchen. It's not just cabinets and a countertop, a sink, and a faucet. Well, you got your kitchen, you're going to need some appliances, right? This is what you can pretty much expect to pay for modern stuff these days. Contractors, I would throw this into my bid room and see if I could get a few bucks off. But typically these days, you're not even getting like 5-6% off. We just did a $14,000 order and we got 7% off, and that was like a gift, I guess. But you're looking at $31.99 for a double wall. It was $4,600. Holy guacamole! I mean, awesome oven, but geez. Does it buy the food for you and go shop and everything too? I can't remember dishwashers ever being this expensive. $900? It was regular $1,149? Come on, man. For a dishwasher? Come on. Need a washing machine? That's what you're looking at, folks. This one was $1,149 for, I mean, it's an LG. Life's good, right? But geez. And they're all they're in that price range. You know, this is what you're looking at. So contractors, don't tell your client you can get them a washer for $200. Those days are gone. Need a fridge? There you go. That's what you're looking at for a stainless double. You look at $2,400 plus your tax. $22 special value. I feel special. It's only $2,300 for this guy. I mean, it's nice, but $2,300 for a fridge. You start adding up and packaging up, folks. Just in the appliances, we're at like $5-6 grand. Just in the appliances. $20.99. Yeah, smudge proof. Who cares? It's $2,000. There's a cheapie. if you can call it a cheapie. I mean, before the pandemic, this was expensive. $1,700, and that's a what, an LG, a lot of LG stuff. $1,500 special value, regular $1,800. Holy cow! This one was 18, save $600. What a deal! That's a deal. But it's a Hisense, so I don't know about Hisense. I do know Samsung. I don't know why this is $1,800. Power cool and power freeze. Who cares? Wi-Fi. Why would you? I'd never understood why you need Wi-Fi on a refrigerator. Want to paint those beautiful new drywall rooms that your contractor just did? Don't ask your painter to come in with his $600 ladder and tell him you'll pay him $25 to paint a room, because this is what we're looking at for a cost of just a 5-gallon pail of paint. If you want to go cheap, $280, $288, $301. Can you believe this, guys? Look at this. 25 bucks for a quart. It used to be 25 bucks for a gallon. Now your gallons are over 50 all day. Easily 57. There are some that are in the 60s. The Bear premiums at Lowe's or Home Depot, some of those are like $66, $67. And then you get into garbage paint here, Spec Bright, which we tried. It sucked. I wouldn't even bother personally. For a ceiling maybe, but unless you want your painter painting 3 times, paying triple labor, I would stay away from these cheap ones. Remember the days, contractors who have been around a long time like myself, remember the days when you could get your Apex or your DAP for like $1.50? This is what you're looking at now for 1 tube of fast dry caulk. $5. Silicone, $9 a tube. So homeowners, when your contractor says, hey, I got to seal your sink and your tub, that's what we're paying for 1 tube, and that's cheap. Need to screw everything together? Well, for a big box right now, I always use galvanized pretty much for everything. You're looking at $120 for a big box, and $11 for the little ones. Just for nails, $24 for a medium-sized box, $8 for a little box. Doing some replumbing. Well, there's no great deals here either. Now these are shark bite stuff. I use these in a pinch, but I always suggest contractors crimp. If you don't know how to crimp, go watch a YouTube video or hire somebody that knows how to do it. You'll save yourself $1 billion if you're doing a full house rehab like we are right now on running your PEX. I mean, you got one ball valve is $21. Sometimes you need 10 of them. Do your math. It's over $200 just in ball valves. And then you've got your connectors into the basement, and don't forget your water tank. You got to connect to that too. So you could be talking thousands of dollars in shark bites if you don't know what you're doing. This is what I recommend. Look at that. For the cost of maybe 2 or 3 shark bites, you got a 20 pack of elbows, you got a 10 pack of crimps, straights, 3/4. Big savings. 20 pack of straight couple, $41. I mean, if you're getting shark bites, they're at least $10 a piece. You got $400 in shark bites. And here's your rolls of red, white, and blue. $95 for 100 feet. Oh, it's 300 feet. These ones are 300. Want to go old school and get a stick of copper, an 8-foot stick? That is what you're spending for an 8-foot stick. 3/4, and you want 3/4 coming into your house and then reduce down to half usually. But you can see one stick, if you're going 1 inch, $65 for a 10-foot. So it's about $6.50 a foot for your copper. I recommend not going with this. Stay away from plastic. Don't use it. Thinking about a new subfloor? Well, this price has come down significantly over the past year. At one point, we were at like $90 for a sheet of 3/4, but you can pick them up now for about 55 bucks. For the MDF, which I prefer, around 60 bucks a sheet. So if you've got a room with 10 sheets, plan to spend around 600 bucks just in your material, in your wood. Keep in mind, you need your screws as well, and you might need Lowe to lay down. It all depends. If you want to be a cheapskate, go with the OSB. It's 25 bucks. It's a 4x8 sheet. It's not nearly as durable as the 3/4 inch plywood, but hey, you know, if you're on a budget, 2503 might work for you. Putting up a fence, well, you're going to need some of these 4x4 posts. These are 12 footers, and they're treated, and that's actually a really good price. $22.64 for a 12-foot 4x4. Not bad at all, actually. So this is a 16-foot. This is a 2x4 though, $12.85. Not bad. Prices are not bad for these. A 16-foot 4x4, 31 bucks. I'd say that's a deal if you can match that at Home Depot, but I think they're going to be more. Overall, I think we've had kind of a thorough lesson on what things cost at this juncture, and it's October 2023. I don't think there's anything that I missed. Not really. You know, a couple odds and ends here and there, but for the most part, you get the idea of what exactly you're probably going to have to be spending, or contractors, what you're going to probably have to be charging based on the size of the kitchen, the size of the bathroom, blah, 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 blah. But I hope I added some value to your life today. And you can always reach out to me, contractors. I do train contractors. I was one for 25 years. And students, if you want to know how to buy real estate and how to do your budgets properly, especially wholesaler people. You guys suck at budgets, man. I can teach you how. CJ Van Slytman, 26-year real estate investor, entrepreneur, landlord, contractor, play Xbox with the tenants kind of guy. Have a wonderful Thursday, and happy rehabbing and happy remodeling.